Immigrant advocacy groups, along with El Paso County, have filed a lawsuit against the state of Texas, arguing Senate Bill 4 is illegal and unconstitutional. Thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News at 10. I'm Andy Morgan. Now, this bill was signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott yesterday. It'll go into effect in March. It makes crossing the border illegally a state crime, which allows law enforcement to arrest individuals suspected of committing that crime, as well as a state judge to order that person be deported back to Mexico. KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltazar has our top story tonight at 10.
Just a day after Senate Bill 4 was finally signed by Governor Greg Abbott, it has already been met by a lawsuit. The Las Americas Advocacy Center is in El Paso, is one of the groups responsible for filing it, and have begun this legal battle with the hope that SB 4 never goes into effect.
That's why it's so important to nip it in the bud, to file the litigation we filed today, and make sure we use every tool in our toolkit to make sure this doesn't ever see the light of day.
The lawsuit seeks for the federal court in Austin to declare SB 4 unconstitutional and issue a permanent injunction preventing it from going into effect. One of Las Americas' priorities is to educate the community about their rights and about the impact that the law could have on mixed status families.
The entire household needs to know where the passports are, where the birth certificates are, where all of these documents are. They need to be in a safe place. They need to be accessible by any member of the family. Now is not the time for secrets. If you or your child are undocumented and your child does not know, they need to know now, because they will also be potentially impacted by this law.
If the legal battle is not settled before March, advocates worry people will immediately be affected.
Somebody who is here seeking asylum but doesn't have the right paperwork could be put in a county jail. And just imagining one person impacted by that is a harm too great.
El Paso District Attorney Bill Hicks was one of the two named defendants, along with Director of Texas DPS.
I had no idea that my birthday present today would be to be sued by my own county.
Hicks saying if SB 4 were to go into effect, his office would exercise prosecutorial discretion.
These cases are not going to have the same priority as a case where I have a victim of a crime and an aggravated assault or sexual assault. Obviously, we want to make sure that we have those resources.
When asked about concerns that people of mixed status families may be reluctant to contact law enforcement out of fear for their immigration status, Hicks said people should not hesitate to do so, saying, quote, "Citizenship is absolutely not a requirement to receive services as a victim of a crime," end quote. Both sides on the lawsuit are expected to drag out and potentially have to be decided by the Supreme Court. Reporting in studio, Jesus Baltazar, KTSM 9 News.
All right, thanks to Jesus for that report.